Howdy y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. We're going to head inside some used golf club stores to see if we can buy any used golf clubs to sell online for a profit. What do you think? We're going to find anything today? Yeah. Let's go do it. Now, if I really cared about my retention rate, I wouldn't have started you out at this particular PGA store, because to me, it's notoriously overpriced. And that was proven with the first three clubs that I picked up. These Adams Idea Ladies Hybrid Irons were exceptionally overpriced, $50 for each of them. They sell anywhere from $15 to $25 on either eBay or stackedgolf.com. I also saw this Titleist H2 Hybrid for $54.99. The comps on it were pretty erratic, and I didn't feel too comfortable given the wide range on the comp, so I did decide to pass on that club as well. And basically, I struck out in the hybrids section. I did pass on this Ladies Ping Rapture Hybrid as well. Golf trade-in season is actually just about to explode when the new models come off of embargo and are put into the golf stores. So we're about to be in the swing of a heavy trade-in season. So I'm trying to be super selective with what I pick up. I want as much capital in my pocket that I can possibly have. I didn't realize that the weight was actually missing from that Cobra driver. Definitely don't want to pick that up. But this iron set basically summarizes the entire feel and vibe of this PGA store. This iron set was 2 times what it goes for online. I did almost pick up this Cobra F7 one length iron set. It would have had an awesome flip potential, but I did find that the shafts did not match, so I did pass on it. Although anytime I see a one length set, I almost always pick it up. My little intern had a fantastic time at this PGA store, but that's really the only good thing that we found. That was a tough trip into the PGA store. Did not find any clubs there to flip online. That store is always exceptionally proud of their pricing, but I did want to stop here and let y'all know that the Texas Wedge Lone Star Mulligans hats have arrived. I've been working on this for a very long time, and I'm really excited that these are finally available for y'all to purchase. If you're interested in a Lone Star Mulligans Texas Wedge golf hat, go ahead and check out the pinned comment or down in the description of the video, where you'll see a link to lonestarmulligans.com, where you can get your hands on one of the very few Texas Wedge hats that I have available before the Christmas season. With that being said, thank you for all the support, and we'll head on over to the other golf stores. These two PGA stores are exceptionally close to each other. They're about 20 miles apart, but this one is my home store, and I absolutely love it. Right off the bat here, we're going to find these Mizuno JPX Easy Hybrids. They're only $30 a pop. Comps online have them selling $40 to $60 a piece. I'm going to try to list them for $60 online. If not, I'm going to go with a live auction for these and see if I can get $60 out of each of them. These things were really, really fun to hit in the simulator. I'm going to spare you the video of me hitting these though. The thing that really made me decide to pick up these three hybrids were the shafts. And I know we don't talk about golf shafts a lot on this channel. We need to do more of that, but these things were absolutely stunning Orochi shafts. These things are beautiful. I haven't ever seen any shafts like them, and I think that adds a little bit of appeal. Now, this next set of clubs actually got me into a small kerfuffle at the checkout counter. So we have two sets of pings here. We have the i5, which is the blue iron set, and then we have the i15s, which is the burnt orange iron set. The i5s were priced exactly where they should be, right around $100, but the i10s I assumed were a pair for $54.99. Long story short, when I got to the counter, I was held up and said that each of the i15 irons would have been the $54.99, which makes total sense to me, but I ended up passing on both of the Ping iron sets. But let me know what you think. If you think I was in the wrong, that these two were in the iron section as a pair and not in the individual wedge section, or if it's very clear to you that this was just a mismanaged situation. I went ahead and hooked them up and put the Ping iron set for the i5s together again, and then after I was turned down at the register, I'm assuming that they put the i10s back on the shelf individually priced. This is also the slowest time of year to buy new used drivers. We're about to go through the embargo season lifting. All the new drivers and models are going to be released for YouTubers to go out there and test and talk about. And then people will come in droves to trade in their used drivers for a newer, more forgiving driver, because we all believe that the 12 months between the last drivers coming out and the new drivers coming out is going to make quantum leaps in technology. This club right here, I was praying that it would be around $200. This is a QI35 USA Colorway Ryder Cup edition. It's the first time that I've ever come across one of these in person in the used section. I was really hoping that we could get a steal on that, but it's priced almost exactly like the brand new Ping G440 driver sitting right next to it. There is a real collector's market for the Ryder Cup. But the club that I ended up taking home today was this Cobra Dark Speed Max 3-wood for $100. I should be able to sell it anywhere between $175 to $200. I also got to hit it, and it is more than likely one of the most forgiving 3-woods that I've ever had the privilege of hitting. I could not recommend it enough. Now, for the third of you that have stuck around, this is where the video gets hot. This is where I'm going to find some real clubs to do some actual damage with. This Played Against Sports has had some exceptionally unique clubs in the 3 years that I have been coming here. I cannot say how thankful I am for this store being so close to me. The first thing I'm going to pick up here is this orange whip for $30. I sold this today for $65 while I was editing this video. It sold in less than a day. I took a best offer on it, but it is already out the door, and that's plus 30-ish dollars that I made on this one training aid. Now, sitting right next to that on the floor was this putting mat, and I should have picked it up. I wanted one of these personally. They retail for about $115. I didn't want to take the time to make sure that all the pieces were here because my wife and my 3 kids were in the car literally staring at me through the glass window. So I didn't decide to see if all the pieces were there, but I did see a swing training aid that I have not seen before. What I liked about this is it did have the grip on there, and I've seen other training aids like this before. You basically swing it and a magnet comes down when you are supposed to make contact, so it kind of helps you set up your timing and tempo and sequence. But for $14.99, I decided to take a chance on it. I couldn't find any comps online for it. This store has really been heating up lately. I think it's because we're getting closer to Christmas. People are trying to see how they can make some extra money to buy some presents for their families. So they're trading in golf clubs that they probably don't use anymore, or they're hoping to upgrade as we go into the new club season. No iron sets that I wanted to pull the trigger on. I saw an exceptionally overpriced SM7 as well as a Cleveland CBX wedge here that have been pretty beat up. Didn't find any wedges there. Also passed on these Ping G15 hybrids. They were priced at $50 a pop. They were in good shape, but I already bought the Mizuno hybrids, and I didn't want to get too saturated in older hybrids with the club trade-in season coming up. I love finding old Nike drivers. This one was $80. They sell online anywhere from $100 to $150. This one was pretty beat up in the cavity. Decided to pass on it, but I always wanted to check the $5 club section, and deep buried in this section was an iron set as well as this Cobra 7-wood for $5. I'm picking up 7-woods all day. I cannot get enough 7-woods. Anytime I have a live auction, people are begging me to show them any type of 7-wood. So for $5, I'm going to take a chance on that someone's going to spend more than $5 in a live auction. I also came across this Adams Idea A4 forged iron set. It was 6 iron all the way through pitching wedge. The grips were absolutely horrible on it, but for $5 a club, I could pick up this entire iron set for just under $40 and easily sell it for 80 to 100, even with the grips in terrible shape. If you like this video, make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe. And until next time, hit them straight.